Okay, the session is on now. Welcome to tonight's session. Tonight is going to be introductory session of business analysis. Try to understand the concept of business analysis. So, as a business analyst, what do you do? What is the concept surrounding business analysis? So, business analysis, or as a business analyst, you stand to solve problems. That's it. You're not sure you are there to solve problems. Not just problems, but complex problems using innovation, innovatively solving problems, using technologies, modern technologies. Is a top IT skill. It's a top. Most of the technologies we are seeing today, most of them is out of business analysis, trying to solve one problem or the other. One application will come up. We see where there is complex situation. We think outside the box and find a way to solve problems. Business analysts will solve company problem, organizational problem, country problem, government problems, and companies, organizations, government that use business analysis or business analysts tend to perform better than those that are not using business analysis or business analysts. Here I can tell you, using a local government here, for instance, most of my students here in UK, most of them started their work in local government. So many of them are still working in local government. Local government, they don't play with business analysis. They pack, you can see like one local government can have up to 10 business analysts. One have up to 10. In my company, we'll have up to 15 business analysts. So each department have their own business analyst. You can see one business analyst will be assigned to finance, one will be assigned, like two will be assigned to market, different because it's a big multinational logistics. The company is into shipping, freight, they are into air, they are into land. So we have different business analysts. Some business analysts is into the air, into logistics. Some business analysts into road logistics. Some into shipping logistics or sea logistics. Different areas of business analysts. Then some business analysts are into compliance. Some business analysts into HR, solving complex problems. And everybody will say, UK is a good economy. Everybody is rushing to come to UK because the economy, because they are putting out, they are paying these business analysts heavily. They pay them a lot of money. You see small business analysts earning up to 50K per annum. You see senior business analysts earning between 70 to 80K. Some even earning up to 90, 100K, depending on where you work and the kind of experience you have. That is business and what business analysts stand to be in an organization. As a business analyst, you can't tell me you cannot say you don't know. That is not your language. You cannot say I don't know. You must find a solution to a problem, no matter how complex that problem. If you come to NHS here in UK, there are so many BAs, so many of them. They tend to hire business analysts here more than project managers. They value business analysts more than even developers. They value BAs more than developers. But because the BA will determine the tempo. So that is it. And so many of our brothers currently doing very well here in UK. I will use UK because I live in UK and I know so many BAs here in UK. You see, most of our brothers who are calling big boys here in UK, they're all business analysts, not even doctors. So many medical doctors have jumped ship into, I know so many of them are my friends. They don't want to go back to medicine or any medical. They are happy with business analysis. They are highly respected and they work so flexibly. So for some of us, I saw when I asked people to choose where almost everybody want to be project manager. Yes, I find out you guys, so many people do not even understand what business analysis is. And I see so many people, because they studied business management, they started calling themselves business analysts. No, business management is different from business analysis. So business analysts are problem solvers, change agents. You see why Nigerian economy is not good? It's because we do not know how to solve problems. I've worked in local government. Throughout my time in local government, as I met them in the local government, throughout the whole local government in Nigeria, because I go for AGON meeting, national AGON meeting. I try to make they don't even know what business analysis. These are local government chairman, grassroots people, grassroots leaders that should be solving the problem from the grassroots level. They don't even know what business analysis. They don't even know what is business analysis. How do we solve problems? That is how our economy keep on deteriorating from time to time, and it will continue. I'm telling you, it's going to continue because they are not even interested in solving problems. So many of them are there interested to pack out the remaining money they feel that is left there. But there's nothing there. There's nothing in the government. Nothing's left there because there is no oil. Is not bringing anything. But if it's a country that is very good at problem solving, by now we should have known that oil is no longer a very valuable asset, just like Saudi Arabia. You see them, they are highly diversifying their economy in any way they can lay their hands. We are not doing that. See the kind of problem we have. Why should all of a sudden our currency depreciate to the level it became so, a shame to even some of us to show our head or claim that we are Nigerian, because it's so shameful. Because we are not using the right resources. We are not using the right people. When somebody I'm not saying that when you become a leader, your hunger will kill your people. In as much as you give them some roles to know that you have arrived, try to put key people into the area that will sustain the economy. Let them be enjoying the benefit, but some people must do the job. Don't play with those people that are going to do those jobs. And these are the BAs. These are the BAs. We tend to put more honor to so many of Nigerian professors. Let me tell you, I know so many of us are lecturers or this and that. You see, Nigerian professors have failed us so woefully, and I don't know why they are still putting that honor on them, because if we have, I see a governor, when a governor comes in, the first thing is they will set up a think tank. A think tank will comprise of old professors, Professor this, and they will just come there and be playing around for the next 4 years. That's it. We need young boys, young men, young women, young ladies who come there to solve our problem. If we are not doing that, there is no remedy for us. We need the kind of brains that are developing all these AIs that are disrupting the system. That is what Nigerian economy need. Yeah, so that is business analysis. That is what business analysis, what we stand to do. We solve complex problems. You see, when there is COVID-19, there is a lockdown, a lot of BAs strategize, and there's a lot of all this. That's when we discovered Zoom, all this video conferencing for work. And you see today, it has now become a norm. We have discovered remote working. It's now helping everybody. Everybody is now enjoying remote working. It has now come to stay. This is out of thinking out of the box. If we lock the whole city for 1 year, hunger will kill everybody. But then we lock the whole city, we make sure that people are not on the street, people do not go out, but we are still solving problems. We are still working from home. That is business analysis. So that's how a business analyst, how you solve problems. You use technologies, you use innovation, you think outside the box. Business analysts will brainstorm all the time. You keep brainstorming. So that's it. And let's quickly jump into our notes and see other principles coming from business analysis. Okay, like I've said, business analysis is a systematic approach to understanding, defining, and solving business problems. This business problem is everywhere, everywhere. Organization, government, churches, everywhere. It involves identifying business need, assessing potential solution, and ensuring that the proposed solution align with organizational objectives. At its core, business analysis aim to enhance organizational efficiency, effectiveness, and overall success. Any company who is using the right business analyst, they can never go down. They will continue to excel. They will continue to progress. You see companies who are using BA, so many of them have positioned themselves so well to achieve the benefit of this artificial intelligence. But so many of them who do not know what a business analysis is, are fighting technologies like AI. I saw so many universities, they are warning their students, serious warning about using AI to do their work. And I've read an article where the vice chancellor of Harvard University is encouraging their students to leverage AI, to learn how to use AI to do their work. Can you imagine? But some are fighting. If you use AI, you are going to, that is lecturers, these are professors. But some professors are encouraging them to use it ethically. They say ethically. They want you to understand, they want their students to be at the forefront of this innovation. They are encouraging them. But some people are discouraging them not to use it. And that is people who understand the importance of technology. Every BA is a technology evangelist. You should be on top of all the technologies. How it solve problems as it's evolving. You BA, you are evolving. Your company should be at the forefront. So, in a snapshot, this is how we solve problems. The simplest way we solve problems. You see here, business analysis, you solve any kind of problems, no matter what. All you need to do to understand the problem. The first thing you do is, this is the problem, to identify the problem. Looking at this example here, this example is about a restaurant. Just to show you that it can be applied even to the smallest business you might think of. A restaurant, even mama puts, you can apply. If your mama owns a mama put, is a big business. Mama put is a big business. We neglect business a lot. Everybody wants to wear tie and work in the bank. How much are they paying them? They pay them peanuts. You want to be a professor teaching in the, these are the people we tend to respect. But those people, they are, as long as you are working for people, you are a poor man. I'm telling you, only when you own your own business, become an entrepreneur, that's why you can start calling yourself a big man, because you are thinking differently from every other person. Your mindset alone has differentiated you from others. So let's go back to our example. Customer complain that the food takes too much to be served in a restaurant. And now, with the service of a BA, the first thing we have to do is to identify that there is this problem. Customers have been complaining. If you go to so many, everywhere customers complain, then you find out the current situation. The food takes to average of 14 minutes to be served. And the desired outcome should be 11 minutes after your analysis. And here we see there is a gap. So this is the problem we are solving. We want to close this gap. That's the way you solve problem as a business analyst. You have to find the problem and you find the current state of the business. Then you find the desired state. You compare, you carry out the comparative analysis between the current and the desired state to find out the gap. Once you find out the gap, this gap is now an opportunity for you. Once you close this gap, your business will start accelerating because it becomes opportunity. Like giving you an example, this is what happens all the time, this particular problem. When I was, let me use my example, when I was working in Lagos, in VI, they always give us like, let's say, 30 minutes for your break, 30 minutes for your lunch break. Okay, you go for your lunch break and you spend 15 or 14 minutes waiting. Okay, you have to drive to where you are going to eat, or you trek, or you use a bike or keke to go to where you want to eat. Okay, check the time from your office, going to where you want to eat, and going back to the office. 15 minutes is already gone. Then you come and you start waiting. You stay another 15 to 14 minutes waiting for your food to be ready. And then even this 11 minutes is not because of time. So the point is, if you don't know what you do to this delay, you are going to lose all your customers. If you are not going to lose them because you do not know how to cook, or because they don't like you, but because they have to do and go back and protect their own jobs. They don't want to get queries. So that is it. So you must find a way to handle this current state here. If as much as if you can get it down, you see that you are going to have a lot of customers. As they are coming, they are serving them food. Within 5 minutes, they are sitting, their food is served. Oh, that is what they are looking for. They want fast service. So the problem here is not even this time. The problem is that they need fast service. In any way you can crash the waiting time, crash it. The more you crash it, the more you retain your customers. The more, even if, as they are coming down, they are getting full serve. You find out that other customers, where they are having these kind of challenges, will come to you. And that is how you boom. You become the talk of the town. Everybody will start looking. And when the name goes out, that is it. You become a brand. Just because you know how to serve them. You know how you understand their problem. You understand their need. Their need is fast service. That is their need here. All these employees, I use this as an example in case you are working with all this, you go to them within that Diola who off the Just Street in Dia, that's what you see a lot of mama put there. As you are coming in, they are serving you, as you are coming in, yeah, they are retaining their customers. I wouldn't want to go to a 5-star restaurant and I will stay there for 1 hour. They are not for me. As somebody working for a company who that they regulate my time. No, it's when I have my own time, my own leisure, I can go to such place. I will go there and they will want to serve me the food fresh. Serving me food fresh is not even because they are even solving their own problems. So that is how you solve this problem. Within these 3 minutes, this is the action. You must find a way to address this problem. As a BA, obtain more information from customers about their experience. That is then requirement gathering. You need to do requirement gathering to obtain more information. Ask employees what would help them to provide faster service. That is still requirement gathering. So you need to gather all these requirements. When you have the core insights from the customers, you ask them what they want. Then you ask staffs, employees, what is their challenges? There must be a challenge they are facing. You must understand their challenge. This is what customers want, and this is what we call agile. Agile in action here, obtaining more information or more insight from customers. Then you addressing customers' need. You don't give customers what you want. You give customers what they want, and they will be there for you. You know, they will be there for you all the time. Okay. You see, I will give you guys some example. You treat customers differently. Find out what everybody needs. This is what killed Nokia. Today, Nokia is gone. Nokia would have been all this, you see the way everybody talk about Meta, everybody talk about Apple, this and that. Nokia would have been that big name everybody is talking about. Well, Nokia is gone. Nokia is gone. All these old that never wanted to apply agile. As a business analyst, you must know how to apply agile methodology very well. So once you ask these questions, get more insight from both customers and they are all stakeholders. All these two people, both employees, both customers, they are all stakeholders. And then you find out how to train the employees to do faster service. And once they start giving faster service, if there is need for any technology to equally add in addressing, just give this technology, and that will be awesome. You can even find out that you can get an application, but I just want to solve this kind of problem without even technology. If you want to apply technology, you make sure that all your key customers, you can develop a mobile app. Before they even come to your restaurant, they will book and you will receive the order and you'll be waiting for them. As they are coming, you know when they are coming. As they are coming, you are serving them immediately. They book before coming. That's where this booking coming from. So that is business analysis in action. This is just a scenario to, bring our mind very close. Okay, we have key principles we are going to be looking at. Business analysis involves systematic evaluation, identification, and implementation of effective solutions to organizational challenges. This role in organizational success lies in optimizing processes, enhancing decision-making, and aligning strategies with business objectives, fostering adaptability and innovation. By providing valuable insights and bridging communication gap, business analysis facilitates informed decision, ensuring sustainable growth and competitive advantage. And the key to that is by understanding these key principles. It works with principles. These are the key principles. Understanding the need, business need, engaging stakeholders, solving problem and decision making, adaptability and flexibility, that is agile, and process improvement, solution design, risk assessment, and validation. Once all these are in place, then you find out that whichever organization you are working with, you can sustain their growth. Because once organization, they are free from problems, they are free from challenges, and they are evolving in the technological world, nothing will stop them from growing. Nothing. Okay, requirements, gathering and analysis. Central to business analysis is identifying and analyzing requirement. What is requirement? The requirement is the need. What do we need? Business need. It involves understanding the need of stakeholders, documenting this requirement, and ensuring that solution meet this need. You know what they need? Stakeholders, let me tell you categorically, stakeholders are not those big men. Yes, they are part of it, but once we say stakeholders, we are the first thing we think is project sponsor. That is the stakeholder. He's the big man. Yes, he's one of the stakeholders. But when we're talking about stakeholders, the main stakeholders should be the people who are having challenges. Is it the customers are struggling with your service? Or is even the staffs struggling to produce that service or deliver the service effectively? These are the stakeholders. You need to understand who is in this challenge, experiencing this challenge. You must understand the kind of challenges, the pain they receive in consuming your products or services, the pain in your staff delivering this service to them. All you need to do is to remove pain from people doing this job effectively. So once you do that, that is the key. So that is requirements gathering and analysis. Stakeholder engagement. Successful business analysis relies on effective communication and collaboration with stakeholders. This includes identifying and engaging and managing relationships with individuals or groups affected by or influencing the project. So you must identify the stakeholders here and you must find a way to keep them engaged. Keep them engaged. You must communicate with them. You must find a way to balance that is key. Okay, I'll use our own because we have we shouldn't be talking about all organization. Let's use our own. We know we have challenges in our own environment, and like for instance now, a lot of you are complaining of lesson notes, and we've already had people doing these lesson notes, uploading videos. Every night, the video must be on. That is the standing rule. Now, so many of them are forget at times they will miss the lesson note. Now, I've listened to this, and we need to bridge the gap. Now, I've appointed a PMO office within the student office that will look into this. So I'm going to have meeting with them, and we'll find a central place where they are going to be lifting this as it is, addressing, make sure we address this. No, we listen to them. We don't give deaf ear to their students' plight. That is number one. Number two, we have a platform. Yes, I know if you go to our platform, you will see that in our platform course portal, there is where I can chat with students. You see where instructors can chat with the students within every course. Yes, we have it engagement, but we have WhatsApp group. And as well as our business is getting complex, we start breaking the group into manageable structure. This will help us to know how now I sit on top of everything. I know how every group, Southeast, Southwest, as they are chatting, I'm on top of monitoring it. I'll see what their challenges is. If they want, they can, because I cannot do everything alone. We have admins in different groups monitoring, picking up their challenges. The one they can do on their, so we encourage them to solve their problem. That's why so many times I will ignore, because when you over pamper them, once they come out, they won't be able to face challenges. They should be able to be expressive. Anybody who passed through my bootcamp, I want you to be expressive. As a project manager, as a business analyst, you must be able to express yourself. If you don't know how to do that, you must learn it here. That's one thing I encourage you to do. These are ways, communication. And as we're expanding our project, we'll have like Fit Camp, where make sure we have enough communication channels. It's better if we have enough than we don't even have enough communication channel. And anybody who send me a chat, or some of you want to call me, I say don't call me, send me a chat. Why I prefer chat is that once I read through your chat, I know where I stop with you. I know your problem. If you are coming back again, from there, I can continue from where I stop. I can even escalate it from there. But after I call, I don't have any documents. I don't have any history of my engagement with you. So you must learn how to engage your customers as well. Encourage customers to drop chats. Wherever you work is important. Email. Let everything not be by phone call. You might have a phone call and you didn't make a note. You might forget everything. You might forget to follow up. But from chat, you can follow up and things and even escalate. So what I'm trying to do is try to use this tool. You must understand your stakeholders, your customers, your staff, your employees. Understand them. Your business, your team members. Understand them individually or by group and know how to handle them. The way I'm going to handle Southeast group is different from the way I'm going to handle Southwest group because they are from different environment. The way I'm going to handle people from abroad is different from the way I'm going to handle people from the North because of different environments. Then problem solving and decision making. Business analysis are problem solvers. They analyze data, evaluate alternatives, and facilitate decision-making process to address challenges and capitalize on opportunity. As you are solving a problem, one of your eyes should be on the opportunity because every problem comes out with opportunity. It comes out with opportunity. When there is problems, at the end of that problem, big opportunities. Try to cash out on that as a business analyst. Adaptability and flexibility. You must be agile. We've treated agile in project management, so you cannot tell me what you don't. Agile is being flexible in the approach you handle your business. So business analysis requires adaptability to changing business environment. Analysts must be flexible in their approach, adjusting methodologies and strategies to meet evolving organizational needs. You see the way AI is evolving, is hanging, hovering everywhere. You must be strategizing, positioning your company to benefit from this AI innovation and disruption. As AI is destroying companies, AI is creating new companies. As it's displacing people, is creating new roles. So if you're an organization, as a business analyst, you're already positioning your company to start training staffs to understand AI through AI prompt engineering, machine learning, this and that. Sending your staff to even special courses to understand this big technology. Is a big technology. So that is flexibility. You can't say, we don't want it. Why don't you want it? Why? Because we don't want it. No. We must have open mind to technological advancement. Process improvement. For companies to grow, you cannot be one place. You must be able to innovate. Using AI as well, you see companies, all their enterprise application, they are beginning to integrate. You have to assess your own company. Which AI are we going to integrate? How are we going to restructure our own so that we start? Which department are we integrating? You must be strategizing. If you don't do it, you are going to pack and go very soon. It's as simple as that. If you're into hotel, you strategize. How do your hotel innovate to start making use of these modern technologies? If you are a restaurant, you start thinking. You see so many markets in Nigeria is a very big place, and there's a lot of everything in Nigeria is analog. If you are a very smart guy, you start thinking of, don't even think of small where you can start automating business, digitalizing business, and making money. People who are selling online these days, even just small TikTok, you are selling a small TikTok. You are making more money than people who have shop in Alaba market. And they tell you how much they are paying for rent in Alaba market, you won't believe it. And you see somebody, their parents will sell their ancestral land to set up business for the guy and get the guy the whole money to go to Lagos. The first thing is to go and rent a shop. You rent a shop, you don't have anything in that shop, you'll be paying rent in empty shop. Before you know it, the rent will expire and there's no money to pay more rent. The guy will pack and go back home. said that people from village have bewitched him back home. Nobody bewitched him back home, but lack of business analysis. You know, you don't have money to pay for shops, use your money, just rent where you live. Jump into online business. Try to market your product online. You know, you make money. That is business analysis. You cannot just come out from a university and say, no job. Your father, your mother, you start, well, you can see now, it's not only me. Even if Mike, he has come back home, not only me. See Nkechi now, Nkechi is back home. All of us are here. Since we finish that service, all of us, because there is this country, I don't know what the Tinubu is doing. What are you talking about? You're talking about why people are making money every day. You see people capitalizing online and making a lot of money, and you are here there trying to justify to your parents why you are a failure. You have to sit up. That is what business analysis. You have to, after this, as a business analyst, number one thing is to solve your own problems. And that's why I'm happy with all of you here, because so many of us have realized that, yes, what we've wasted our time in university trying to study is no longer needed. Then we need to find a way upscale, and after upscaling, you create more opportunities for yourself. Now, after this, you cannot say there is no job. At least you have created another space where you belong. You belong to Upwork. You can at least go to Upwork. This is hope. And before you know it, boom, something will happen. And that is, you must continue to create opportunities for yourself when there is a situation like this. That is improvement. Improve on what you have. You graduated with first class in Nigeria, from Nigerian University. Beautiful, but it's not enough. You must get the needed right skills. That is continuous. Keep on building on what you have. Don't relent. Even if you start doing this business analysis and project management, don't say, well, since we finished this thing, we don't. If I tell you the amount of certification I've done, the amount of bootcamp, I'm not telling you this because I want you to come. I'm not telling you, that's what we call, I'm not the one that invented the word continuous improvement. Process improvement, you must continue to improve. A time will come that will when you become a consultant and job will start looking for you. A 24-year-old boy who just graduated in our own Nigerian system, when you are at 24 years, you are still a small boy. Small boy, yeah? But these 24 years, see the way Meta is chasing the guy around. They wanted to pay the guy just because the guy knows machine learning. You know? What stop all of us now from jumping into machine learning? You know? Those people do they have two heads? It's only one head. The one will they be hunting? That is a signal for us to know that something is here. And there is not enough people. Because for companies to be chasing this boy, they want to pay this boy $125 million. The guy said, no, I'm not taking it. Now they raise it to $250 million just to grab this guy. For them to pay one guy that amount of money, you should know that that place, there is something. And we don't have enough people. So in such environment, you can go there. No, any little knowledge you have there, you will be valued. So that is continuous improvement. We have to continue to look for a way to improve, adding more values. That is process improvement. Every process must be improved continuously in an organization. The way you meet it must not be the way it is. There must be continuous improvement. You can't be tired of improvement. Solution design. Developing strategies, models, systems to solve business challenges. Yeah, you must learn different technologies. And that's why as you are coming in here, I will make sure that I introduce you to one big technology or one big system, like CRM system, ERP system, ITSM system, HR system. All these systems are what the organization are looking for. I'm not going to teach you, I'm not going to ask you to implement build a website for me. Who is going to need a website? We have passed that stage of you, a business analyst, to come and know how to build a website. So we're looking for solutions companies use on daily basis, and these are ERP, enterprise resource. Every company has money and human resources they manage. Every company has customers they want to manage. That is CRM, ERP, ITSM. Every company have problems, technical problems. That is IT support. These are key areas you have to start learning as much as you can to become domain experts in different IT. That's where you start coming up as a B. You must be a domain expert to know how to design a particular system. When you say design, it wouldn't mean designing by right. The design is under breaking business requirements down to technical requirements. That's converting business requirements to technical requirements. We call them creating user stories, creating acceptance criteria, configuration management, and the rest of them. That is solution design. And risk assessment, identifying potential risks and proposing mitigating circumstances. And then validation and testing, ensuring that the proposed solution meets business requirements before implementation. Before any solution you are trying to, you must have come up with a business case to justify that yes, it meets this business requirement. So, and its roles in organizational success. Roles of BA, business analysis in organizational success. Strategic alignment. Business analysis ensure that project and initiative aligns with the overall strategic goal of the organization. This alignment enhances likelihood of successful implementation and positive organizational outcome. It must align. You must study the problem you want to solve. Any solution you are bringing must bring something to the table after implementing that solution. Risk mitigation. By identifying potential risks and uncertainties earlier in the analysis phase, business analysis contribute to development of risk mitigation strategies, minimizing the impact of unforeseen challenges. You must know how to manage risk. You must be able to see associative risk to any solution you want to bring, even before implementing it. If you look at our, I've given you people project brief. Yes, we have not started this project, but we've been able to cite some areas you might be impacted. That is a risk environment. So you must be able to have this kind of eagle eye and say, oh, let's look around, let's have something in place. Even before we started, we know this kind of environment, this is where the risk. You should be able to understand that. Then enhance decision making. Through data-driven insights and thorough analysis, business analyst empowers organizational leaders to make informed decisions, reducing the likelihood of costly mistakes. You must know how to analyze data, analyze requirements very well. This will help organizations. A lot of data sets, you have synergies with other professionals, like even data analysts. You should be able, you see BAs and data analysts, you work cross-functionally. At times you try to understand that you are not, you don't know how to use all this, Power BI, all this and that. There are some data you might want to understand through them. If they have them, then they will help you to work cross-functionally. So there should be good way for data-driven insights. Efficient resource utilization. Business analysts help organizations allocate resources effectively by identifying areas of improvement, streamlining processes, and ensuring projects are aligned with strategic priorities. So you must know how to utilize resources. You must identify key areas and prioritize the most important areas. Even if there is limited resources, there is where you prioritize need and you allocate resources to the most important need. And then continuous improvement. Business analysis or analysts are champions of continuous improvement. Their roles involve ongoing evaluation and enhancement of business processes, leading to increased efficiency, innovation, and adaptability. So every company who knows how to use business analysis very well, it mustn't be when there is a project that you say, business analysts should be there all the time. They must have something they are doing, evaluating, keep on reevaluating, and that's continuous improvement. You keep reevaluating. As we have, for instance, let's say, I will use Enugu State, for instance, because I'm from Enugu State. Everybody knows that we have constant security challenges. They must have BAs working on these security issues, trying to find the best solution. Even if there is no security issues, they must continue to work to find out, to make sure that the solution they have a better way of monitoring security environments. We don't have all these people. How do we survive? How do we grow? How? As a matter of fact, in schools here, even in primary schools, secondary schools here, they all have business analysts working with them. They have them. They have IT units. Even primary schools, they have IT units with BAs, project managers there, primary schools. And you will see a whole government house, a whole government prastata. They don't have BAs. How do we survive? I know some of my friends here in UK, if you go to Ministry of Justice here in UK, if you know the amount of BAs they have there, BAs. So what are we talking about? So why will some country not do better than some country? Why should some companies not do better than some companies? Why do some churches not do better than some churches? Today, you see some of these young men of God taking advantage of technologies, and you see their churches growing. Who tell you that church is a building? Church is the word of God and people communicating word of God. It can be communicated via radio, can be communicated via TV, as long as it's making impact. It's not that big building, it's the church. It's the people and the word. And some people have realized to use it effectively, knowing that people these days are in the social media. If you're looking for people to evangelize, you go to where people are. You don't go to church to evangelize. You don't go to one building. How many people are going to come to that building? That is continuous improvement. But some people are seeing them that they are celebrity pastors. They are not celebrity pastors. They are just evolving. Somebody like Pastor Jerry, you see him evolving. And some pastor like, you see some of these, I know one Reverend Father as well, Oluoma in Abuja. You see them all the time in the church, in the social media. People are following. So find a way to evolve in your own way. Find a way to evolve. And you see, so many TV stations have closed down. Some TV station like NTA is dead. But their counterparts like BBC is thriving. BBC is in YouTube. BBC, do you know amount of people following BBC in YouTube? Do you know amount of people following BBC in Facebook? They have BBC Igbo, they have BBC Hausa, they have BBC Yoruba, they have BBC Pidgin. Only in Nigeria. This is British company. They've come to Nigeria, dominate Nigeria. They go to Ghana to dominate Ghana. They go to South Africa. They go all over the world, BBC everywhere. But even small, even our own NTA, they don't even have, how many people are listening? You can have never seen NTA news or even this in social media. In the era of social media. And they were saying they are dead because they don't want to improve. That's what we mean by continuous improvement. If they hire me today, if LTA hire me today, we'll be trying to compete with BBC, because BBC is not doing anything special. They are just innovating, following the trend. If you come to Enugu, ESBS, all our news media, all of them are dead. We don't hear about this, where people can be they would have provided opportunities, job opportunities for people. And that's why there is no job. No job. And we'll be here in Nigeria. Jumia will come from France and dominate Nigeria. We have all these Nigerian markets. None of them is working. All the people in Alaba market, we have people who are the leaders of that Alaba market, market leaders. They are receiving contribution every day. What stop them from automating Alaba market, and the Alaba will become a digital market. And all their shops there will become warehouse. That is what they are doing in China. All these Temu, Alibaba, AliExpress, all of us are, this is what they are doing. Nothing. Why would we have job? That's why we don't have job. We will not have job if we don't change. Start employing business analysts that think outside the box, follow innovation, not fight innovation. So, if we start this administration, it's not going to end. When we start talking about business analysis in our daily life, businesses, it's not going to end. So, I rest my case. If you have question, you can bring your question. All right, people. Thank you. I've seen everything sync very well. And from now, let's go and put on our BA cap. So start solving problems. Let your family know that you've arrived. You are now a BA, can solve problems. Phillips?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Chance.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Chance.
Yeah, Phillips, I already called you.
Okay, sir. Please, sorry, my question is not based on this this class. It was yesterday. I missed yesterday class, but I want to get something clear. It's about the onboard on this fixed term that we entered. I didn't know much about that. Like,
what do you want me to do?
Like, we've onboarded, but I didn't like. I need just a little insight about it.
Yeah, go and join your meeting. This is not class for you didn't attend yesterday's class, you didn't attend. You see, we have a disciplined situation here. I don't mix classes. If you miss a class, that's why we record it. You go and watch it. I'm not against the fact that you miss a class. If you do not understand, ask question while in the class. If you miss it, then that is not because I'm programmed. And this class is for, I'm not going to come and start teaching about what we did here. I'm not going to do that. That's why I've provided a solution for that, for you to go watch the video. If you're watching our videos, you're following our classes, you understand everything we are doing perfect. But for to start teaching you about Freed Camp here, I'm not going to do that because we have a video for that. This video, this is business analysis.
I know.
So, have you watched the video?
Of yesterday?
Yes.
I'm not yet. I'm not sure it's uploaded yet.
It should be uploaded.
I will check now.
Within 24 hours, every video is uploaded within 24. So if you miss a class, don't come to another class to ask about that class. Go watch the video. If you after watching the video and you do not understand it, you put, that's why we have platform. Drop your question on the platform. That has nothing to do with being flexible or listening to your customers.
Okay.
We don't condone this kind of behavior. When you miss it, like you want to drag other people back. We don't do that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So, any other question? Apex Media. Okay. If you raise your hand and
good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay. While you are lecturing the business analysis, I have a particular thing that I did not understand very well, and that is a fishbone analysis.
What?
Fishbone analysis. There's a place I saw fishbone analysis in what you're teaching.
Fishbone analysis is a method of business analysis we use to solve problems. It's one of the techniques in business analysis. So it's a big topic. We can't talk about it now. We'll have time for it. We'll have fishbone analysis. We'll have gap analysis. We'll have root cause analysis. When we go to that stage, we are going to treat it. But just know that it's a technique in business analysis for now.
All right, sir. Thank you.
So, yeah, if we start it now, it's going to take another 1 hour to finish all the fishbone analysis or fishbone diagram. All right, if you don't have any other question, I want to say thank you and see you when we see again, and try to be involved in your projects as much you can. All of us here, we are busy people. Don't use that as an excuse. I see a lot of nursing mothers here. They juggle their household, handle their this, and they are still actively following the class. So, Apex, are you raising another hand or is it the old hand? All right. Thank you and see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. And good night.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr. Chess.